Hi, I'm Kate. Welcome to Blooms in the Yard. Today I'm going to show you the potager garden in spring. So I have some things to do in there today. I am going to be adding in some flowers, getting some things that have self-seeded sort of around the edges and outside of the potager garden, putting them in the garden. I have some sorrel to add in, and then I really just want to show you kind of what the potager looks like in spring, so I'll show you everything that is growing in there right now. I would say it's kind of at its peak for spring. Very soon, like in the next week or so, I will be adding in the warm season crops. So tomatoes, cucumbers, green beans a little bit later, basil, those kinds of things. And then it goes through sort of an awkward phase where it has all the cool season vegetables and the warm season together until the cool season vegetables peter out, and then we have just our summer stuff. So I just wanted to show you what the potager looks like kind of at its peak in spring with the peas and the lettuces and that kind of stuff. The peas do not look as good as they normally do, so this might not be the best spring in the potager garden ever, but it's still really beautiful and I'm excited to show you. I have no idea what happened to my asparagus. I think it decided to die. So I am definitely more of a flower gardener than a vegetable gardener, so I'm not going to mourn that too deeply. I am just going to plant some zinnias here and celebrate my new flower space. Didn't really have a lot of plans to work in the potager, but when I got out here I was like, there's quite a bit I could be doing. I'm seeing a lot of self-seeded things in the path and outside of the potager that can maybe find another spot. I've got my sorrel to plant. These are zinnias that I grew from seed, and they were getting pretty pot bound. So I potted them up. They haven't really established in these new pots yet, so I wasn't sure how long it would be before I planted them because the weather's been a little bit cool, but I kind of given up on waiting for the weather to do what I want it to do. I'm just gonna go for it. We have one more kind of cold night, and I'm just hoping for the best. It'll be fine, right? So there are the 5 purple zinnias that I just planted. Now I'm going to switch gears, switch positions over to the other side. Back here behind the garlic, I have one dahlia that came back Right next to it, I'm gonna plant another one. I'm going to plant the lilac bowl, which I had here last year. Back over on the other side of the potager, I am cleaning out some of the allium foliage that I think is pretty much done. And I'm going to decide where I want to put the sorrel over on this side. That background noise is the gas company digging for the storm drain project. I can't decide where I want to put the sorrel, because I am going to put my peppers here. Should I have the sorrel growing below the peppers? I don't know. I don't know what I want to do. There went a butterfly. I think I'm just going to dot them around. I can always move them later if I figure out a better plan. I think I'm just going to treat them like a ground cover underneath the zinnias, maybe. Don't you love how I'm still questioning as I plant them in the garden? I found 3 little Verbena Bonariensis seedlings. I'm going to stick them in with the Zinnias. I think those will be nice together. I'm not a huge fan of this kind of tall self-seeding Verbena, but maybe I just haven't found the perfect place for it yet. If it's planted with something else tall, that may work. This spinach was starting to bolt, so I'm clearing it out of this area. All right, I have 4 parsley and 6 sorrel that I plan to put in this area. So I'm going to do a really quick tour of the potager because the light is going to be changing in just the next few minutes, I think. Look how amazing that baptisia looks on the outside. So I did go ahead and mulch it with some soil conditioner. I've tried different things like chop and drop or grass clippings. And this year I just really wanted it to look pretty. So I went for the soil conditioner. I did want to show you real quick what the garden looked like before I put the soil conditioner down and just what a difference it makes in making the plants stand out and look more vibrant. And again, the before and the after. I only had to buy 3 bags of soil conditioner for the entire potager. In this area, the lettuce is looking really good. I did try to fill that area in. Don't know if that's going to take. This is a variegated oregano and a poppy coming up. But the lettuce looks good. The stuff coming up between it is the larkspur and the poppies. In the back here, I added some parsley and some sorrel. And then I have 2 dahlias back there just for decoration. This garlic is I've never grown garlic before. Someone gave me garlic. I was like, okay, I'll stick it in. I put it in last November. It's getting a lot bigger than I expected it to, which is fun. I have no idea when to harvest it. I need to Google that. Then here I have some parsley and some other cilantro and another kind of lettuce. Over here I have more cilantro. And then these lettuces didn't take quite as well. This area will look different fairly soon because I'm going to be planting my tomatoes probably in the next few days. So there will be probably a big tomato right about there, and then also peppers here. And I'll probably leave the lettuce as like a ground cover until it starts to get too big. I added in the zinnias in the back. I also added in some sorrel. You guys, I just cram all the things in here and I like it that way. Red kale back there, I put some Lilac. It's my first time trying that. And then these are a mystery to me. I was doing someone's landscaping, took that out. I know it's like a sun perennial, probably a Veronica or salvia or something. It looks like a Veronica to me. A little bit of poppies and larkspur in here as well. This area used to be my strawberry bed, so it was all strawberries. I did leave a little bit just in case I had like regret, but I attempted to do the lettuce here. It didn't take quite as well because of our weather this year. I moved a bunch of the Asiatic lilies into here because the shorter Asiatic lilies the rabbits always eat. So I decided I never really got a lot of strawberries. I really like flowers. I'm going to move the Asiatic lilies inside the bunny-proof fence to protect them, and so that's what I did. I have a couple of red kale in here. I'll probably leave the lettuce and the red kale and just enjoy, as long as they look good, I'll leave them with those Asiatic lilies. I usually put my cucumber somewhere around here and it kind of grows on the fence. So I probably will be putting a cucumber somewhere in there. This planter still looking really good with the lettuce and the hellebore, a little bit of pansies poking out. Finally, Josephine decided to have a bloom where someone could see her. So there's one bloom. There's a bunch back here. A lot of them. Really, really beautiful clematis. I ordered that from Garden Crossing, I think 2 years ago. There we go. All right, this area I do have a little bit of peas, not as much as I usually do, but it was a hard spring this year. Some cilantro showed up, some poppies. I really let things reseed in here. So I put the lettuce in. I will have a big tomato here. It will flop all over these trellises. It's where I put my sun gold. The sun golds just get massive and get to be crazy. You might see I also have a little bit of morning glories. So I usually have my morning glories and tomatoes just kind of growing together and they look kind of pretty. Raspberries, starting to see some potential with my raspberry patch here. And then you can see I moved the chives outside of the garden because the rabbits don't eat it. So there's no point in having my herbs inside of my vegetable garden when they're not being threatened by rabbits. A little bit of that Baptisia poking through. I've gone back and forth about whether I should let that happen or not, just visually. What do you guys think? Okay, my climbing rose did pretty much die back to the ground, but that's happened before and it does come back true, so it must be on its own root, or maybe it didn't die back past the graft, I'm not sure, but I've got a little bit of buds here and there, not a huge amount. Of course, it's all growing this way. I'd love for it to grow against the fence, but you know, it's trying to find sun, so it's being logical. So that is my potager. Let's take a quick peek at the middle. Just some poppies coming up in there. I've had larkspur reseed before. Is there any, I might have covered up that larkspur. There's a larkspur. So anyway, but I'm happy with the decision I made to put the boxwoods in the middle. I really enjoyed having something here over the winter. So that is the potager right now. And we managed to do the tour before that strong sun hit the garden. Thanks for watching. I hope that you enjoyed this video of the potager garden in spring and are feeling inspired.